Okay, it seems I'm live. It says I'm live, but I'm not sure. Um, okay, so I can see some comments. That means we are live. Just hit that like button, everyone, just so that I will know that we are live, because I've not received a notification on my mobile phone yet. Not sure when I will get that. Okay, great. So yet another live session. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so we are live, and I just got to know from the another laptop there. Okay, great. So we got so many questions here. Okay, so let's start with the questions. So I can see a lot of people are watching this. Hit that like button, everyone, if you enjoy my sessions. So let's get started. So today we don't have much to talk about. It's all about QA session. So let's do QA for half an hour, and then we are good. Okay. Okay, so I'm just reporting someone. Okay, great. So let's get started. So we got so many questions, and then I'll pick up randomly one by one. I hope I'm properly audible there. You can see that. Okay. Okay. How is the light of this one? Off. Off. Yeah, much better. Okay, great. So let's start with the questions, and the question is Spring Boot, Node.js, or Go. So I'm into Spring, so of course I will recommend you Spring because I'm biased towards it. But Node.js is also good, and Go, I'm not sure if that is that famous in the web world, but Spring and Node.js is very famous. So you can start with Spring Boot. It's awesome. In fact, we have some videos there as well, but it all depends upon the requirements. So if let's say if the project which you are working on demands that you need some features from Spring Boot, Spring Boot makes sense. If the requirement is for Node.js, then Node.js makes sense. Okay, it's so Arunachal says voice is clear. That's great. um, Please make a series for data structures and algorithms. So we have some videos on data structures and algorithms. So if you can just go to YouTube, and you will find a playlist section where we have the playlist on data structures. It's not complete, but at least you can learn something. And for algorithms, we have some videos on algorithm in Python. For bubble sort, we have it. So if you can just find them. So search for Telesco, or go to YouTube and search for Telesco algorithm, and you will get it. So I can see we got a lot of people watching this. Hit that like button, everyone. I don't know. People are lazy, feeling lazy today. Maybe. Okay. Next question is that? Okay, Django. We have a video on Django, right? What else you need? So if you want to learn Django, we have a playlist on it. So Django is basically a web framework for Python. So if you are into Python field, or if you are learning Python, the next big thing you can learn is Django. ServiceNow, I'm not into ServiceNow, so I can't talk much about it. Okay, how to improve your coding speed? Okay, so coding speed is all depend upon how much time you invest in coding. So it's not something you can learn in one day, right? So it will take some time. So what you have to do is you have to practice every day. So maybe you can go to HackerRank, you can go to Hacker Earth and practice those questions. That's one. In fact, when you watch tutorials on YouTube or any platform, also practice them. So don't just watch videos, also practice it, and do some experiment with the code. So let's say if you watch my video on factorial, and if you want to do some experiment, change the numbers, change the logic. Maybe I have, in fact, whatever code we write on YouTube, or if, in fact, when I make videos for YouTube. So there's always some loopholes in every code we write. Maybe the code has some bugs, maybe it's not that efficient, so you can recode it. So that's how you do it, and that's how day by day it will improve your speed. Okay, next question. What about TCS? What's the question? TCS for fresher. It's good. It's good. See, it depends. How much knowledge you have before joining TCS, and then what you want to be in future. So it's all depend upon that. How much time you want to invest, right? So TCS is good. It's just that check whatever project you're getting. So it all depend upon that. but it's good. It's not that bad. Okay, is what's the question? The question just went up. MERN or mean stack? It's a big debate, right? So nowadays, MERN is getting very famous. React is very famous, but Angular is also good for small projects. I guess people are using React a lot. If you want to do a lot of heavy tasks on the front end, I guess that's where you use Angular. I'm not into I'm not into front end. That's why I can't differentiate between these two. But recently we went for some trainings, and then most of them are using React. So most of the companies are using React. So that's a good thing. Okay, where are you working? So I have my own company, as you know, and then I'm also a corporate trainer. So I go to different companies for corporate training. Okay, we got a super chat from Kashish, and the question is, sir, I am doing Java from your course. Is it enough for pro pro practical? Is it enough for practical? Is it? Yeah. So if you are watching the course on YouTube, it's enough to learn Java, right? So okay, it's not enough for certification. So if you want to get certified in Java, that's where you have to do something by yourself as well. If you compare the syllabus with the syllabus which you learn in classes, if you join the institute, it's almost same, but none of them is suitable for certification exam. But if you want to learn Java, if you want to make projects, it's more than enough. Okay. Uh, okay. Next, is blockchain. Okay, blockchain will survive. Yes, of course. See, the thing is, I'm not sure about the technology blockchain. It might change in future. See, the only thing which is stable in this industry is changing technology, right? So whatever technology you work nowadays will change in future for sure. But the underlying technology of blockchain is awesome. So maybe even in case in future if blockchain is not there will be a technology which will be similar to blockchain and much more efficient. So learning blockchain now will be a good thing because you know blockchain, and then even if something new is coming on the way, you can easily switch, right? Don't just wait for that new thing to come up and then you will think, hey, now it's time to learn that. So it will take a lot of time. So best thing is start learning blockchain now, and then you can learn the new thing later. Which technology is better for upcoming days, Java or Python? Now, first of all, Java or Python is just a language. It doesn't matter what you choose. Basically, you have to choose in which domain you want to work in, be web domain, enterprise domain, on the client side. So based on that, you can choose your language, right? So both has a good future. May not be Java. Kotlin is a good future, right? Because Kotlin is more of what you say, much more efficient in terms of the number of lines you write, less boilerplate code. So you can go for Kotlin as well. Okay. Next, is Android certification beneficial? Certification is always helpful because when you join a company, when you go for the interviews, and if you say, "Hey, I know Java, I know Android," most of them will not trust you. First of all, of course, even people come to me for for the interviews, even I don't trust what they say. So there are multiple ways of judging people. One of the way is certification. So we might ask you, do you have any certification? And if you say yes, that's great. That's one of the way we are sure that you know stuff. Otherwise, if you don't have certification, that's fine. You can also show your projects because for some technology, you can just go to some websites and they will give you fake certificate. It's of no use, right? Even when you get certificate from Udemy, anyone can buy a course on Udemy, right? And then just even if you don't watch the entire series, if you can just skip the videos and if you can go to next one, even they will give certificate, right? It's of no use. So let's say if you come to my office and if you want to join Telisco, and if you say you know Java just because you have seen the Java videos on Udemy, no, I will not hire someone who have just watched the video. Even certification for me is not that important. For me, what is important is your skill set. So maybe if I will give you some task and if you can do that, that's enough for me. So that's how people nowadays hire. But nothing bad in having certifications, right? Just give you an added advantage. Okay. Uh, what is system? Again, this question just went up. Okay, how do I join in your company? So first of all, I we are looking for someone in Mumbai. Yes, we'll be opening for Java developer soon, but it will be in Mumbai. I will only have people from Mumbai as of now. We're not looking for someone from a remote or to stay here. Second, it depends upon your skill set. So yes, we are looking for someone who can actually work on the project. Even fresher can apply, but someone who can work on the project. But it will take, so we will let you know in the YouTube section itself. Okay, can't see question properly. Django or Spring? Spring. As I mentioned before, I'm into Spring. So see, I can be biased here, right? So most of the project which I've worked on is a Spring project, and I love it, right? So if you ask me to make a project and the requirement doesn't matter, is it simple requirement or complex requirement, I will go for Spring anyway. But yeah, if there's a project which is already happening in Django, I will not convert that project into Spring, right? So I will continue with Django there. But given a choice, if I want to start from scratch, I will start with Spring. It's because I know Spring well. Okay, here's a question. Hello, Telescope. Hi, Shanavaz. Okay, question from Way to Code. This question just went up. So why are you deleting your questions, Way to Code? I was just looking at your question and then deleted. Question from Mr. Sam. Assembly or C? Why? Why you are learning assembly or C? Maybe there should be some specific requirement for that. So let's say if you are into uh, robotics, if you are into IoT, C makes sense, right? So C, of course, if you give me a choice between assembly and C, I will say C. Okay, Satyam says most valuable programming language today is or in future life. Python. Python is good to go a language, right? Good to go language. Okay, do you have any idea about embedded? No, I'm not into embedded programming. That's why. Way to code says so from where you have learned Java. So the thing is, when I was in my BSc IT, we had a subject Java, and we were supposed to learn Java. We were not having any choice. So in my fourth sem, we had Java, Core Java, and then it was good. Of course, right? No one learns anything in the college, so I learned something of Java in my fourth sem, and then when I went for fifth sem, we had a choice. We could have gone for .NET or we could have gone for Java. And then I went for Java. In my college, we were not having any faculty for Java, advanced Java, and then it was my responsibility to learn it from my own. So I went for multiple books. I went for some YouTube videos. Yes. When I was doing my graduation, I referred some of the YouTube videos. Uh, at that point, we were not having a lot of videos available on Java. In fact, not just Java, on any technology. So YouTube was primarily was for entertainment platform, but now it's more of a go-to platform for any content creator. Doesn't matter is it entertainment, news, education. So I referred some YouTube videos, and then I learned Java only when I made a project. So I was knowing the syntax of Java. I was knowing how to use this, how to use that. But the moment you start working on project, that was my first project for my college, and it was awesome because I built the project by myself. In fact, Mangesh was there. Mangesh Turat. I don't know if he's watching this live session. He might be in Singapore now. So yeah, so we made this project together, and then we learned a lot. That's how I started learning Java, and then day by day I learned different technology for requirements. For second project I learned Struts. I worked on Struts project as well, then Hibernate, and then Spring. Based on the project I was working on, and day by day I learned everything. So it took me around 3 to 4 years to learn the complete stack of Java. Nowadays it's a different thing, right? You can learn Java in maybe 6 months. So you can join institute and they will teach you everything. But trust me, just by watching videos, just by doing assignments, you cannot learn Java. It takes time. Uh, okay. How is the career in C Sharp.net? It's good. Not that bad. It's good. Okay, next question. Sir Geo, this is from Srinath. Sir Geo or TCS for freshers? First of all, you are getting a job. That's important, right? This is something which is very personal, right? So this is again very subjective to people. Given a choice, I might choose. I might go for product-based companies, maybe like Oracle, Microsoft, or DirectEye, something like this. I might not go for Geo or TCS, but maybe if I don't have a choice, I could have gone for TCS. Then if I don't have a choice, I would have. So comparing TCS or Geo, I would say TCS because they're in this domain from a long time. But Geo is doing a lot of experiments, and if you want to be part of the experiment, that should be great. So Kunal says, is Sturt's framework outdated? Kind of, because nowadays most of the projects are built on Spring framework. Only the old projects which are there on Sturts, they are still continuing with that. It's not that you have to convert your Sturts project into Spring, but if you're going for something scratch, of course, I would say go for Spring. Tarun says, can you speak Telugu? Yes, a bit. Okay, what is AWS? So basically, AWS is a cloud platform. You know what happens when you create some service, maybe a website or a cloud service or maybe any service. If you want to host them, you need to host it on the servers, right? And then if you don't want to buy your own servers, you can take help of cloud servers. So what are cloud servers? They are already built servers. You just have to host your application on them by paying as you use. For example, if you want to use it for 1 month, and if you have a file of 1 GB, so maybe you can pay around 1,000 rupees, and they will host your application there. So that's one of the AWS server. That's one of the cloud service, AWS, Amazon Web Service. In fact, there are a lot of players in the market. We have Google, we have DigitalOcean. There's so many options available. Okay, next, Yo-Yo. What's a Yo-Yo? That's weird. Okay, what is software energy efficiency? That's a new word for me. Maybe you're talking about CPU optimization, right? The thing is, when you build a software, you normally people don't think about this thing. Whenever you build a software, your software will use all the resources, right? Let's say you have a CPU and then you have multiple threads working in your software in the project in the application which you have built. And if that application is using a lot of threads, you are basically using the entire CPU, and CPU consumes a lot of power. And that's not a bad thing, right? Using multiple threads, but is it really required? So if your software don't need multiple threads, don't use it. That's one of the way you can do energy efficiency. There are a lot of ways. I'm not that much sure about it. The question, that's I'm not talking much about it. So maybe that's a point of research. So I will make a video on this software energy efficiency. It's a nice topic. Okay, next question from Way to Code again. So I know Python well. So which project should I make? Start by inventory software. You can talk to your colleagues, not colleagues, you can talk to your friends. I'm sure you're Prishit, if I'm not wrong. Uh, so you can be with your friends and then talk about some new ideas. Talk to your parents, talk to your guardians. They might help you with the topic, and then build the project for them. That's one thing you can do. Um, okay, which language is best for web programming? The backend? Oh, it's a Java again. Okay, Azure or AWS? Oh, okay. That's a good tricky question. The thing is, I work on AWS. Of course, I would suggest you to AWS. I don't work on Azure. I don't even work on any Microsoft technology. But yes, if you are using Microsoft technology, and then you don't have a choice, right? You have to use Azure there. But in case if you have a choice between AWS and Azure, I would say go for AWS, which is very stable. If you're using a blockchain, and if you are, in fact, AWS and Azure both are supporting blockchain now. I don't know if you heard about that news. So Azure is a cloud platform for Microsoft. I can't differentiate between these two. Being a bias towards AWS, I would say AWS. Okay, next question is about full stack developer. What you want to know? We have a video on that, right? So you can just watch my video on full stack. That should be good. Um, how to join startup with two experience? Apply. That's an easy question, right? So apply to startup and then ask them the requirement, and you can work on them, right? That's how you do it. Not just for startup, any company. That's how they hire people. Okay. Next question: how can we start project with Python? So basically, first you have to decide what you want to build. Let's say if you want to build an application which will, let's say simple calculator. So what you have to do is when you say a simple calculator, you need to create the UI on the page first, right? And then if you are, let's say if you are building a desktop application, then you have to use some front end technology for Python. Let's say Thinker. You can use that to create a good GUI. So learn Thinker and then start building buttons and start building text field, and that's how you do it, right? That's how you start the project. For the first project, I would suggest don't think much about software development lifecycle and all those stuff. Yes, we have this missing theory. For the first project, start building the project. Okay, don't make it for some client. Do it for yourself. Build the project. For the next project, when you're building for client or when you're building for yourself, it should work. Follow life cycle of the project. Maybe if you're following agile, that's great. You can deliver the project in 2 weeks. Otherwise, you can simply follow waterfall, because for the first project you will not be doing a lot of experiments. That's how you start. Just start making project. Can you make tutorials for C++? No, nothing planned like that. Mm, okay, a question just went up. After Java, can I move to Spring? It depends. If you are learning Spring Core, then yes, Core Java will be enough. But if you want to go to MVC, or if you want to learn about Spring ORM, for that you need to know Servlet JSP and Hibernate. Okay, question from Sham. Java, blockchain, Python, which is better? Really? You're comparing Java and blockchain? See, Java is a language, right? It's blockchain is a bigger technology compared to a language. So you can't compare actually Java by blockchain and Python. So if you are sure about technology, go for blockchain. And then using in blockchain, you can use multiple languages. You can use JavaScript, you can use Java, you can use Python. So there you can use them, right? So you can basically use Java and blockchain together. Swing or Java FX? Of course, Java FX. So we got a super chat from Shikhar. Thank you so much, Shikhar Sayani, for the super chat. Okay. Angular JS versus Django. Which one should you use? Angular is for front end, Django is for back end. Why you are even comparing them? Uh, so if you have a back end ready in Java, of course you will be using Angular JS in front end. Shabir says why Java is better than Python? Because I know Java. That's why. See, in terms of performance, Java is faster compared to Python, and there are a lot of libraries available for Java in the market. The frameworks in Java is much better than Python framework as of now. It might change in future. So Java has a lot of advantage. So what's the meaning for Telesco? Is it Telesco in Telugu? That's right. We just short form for that. Python can be used for making app. Yes, it's not recommended, but yes, you can do that. Okay, question just went up. We learn language, but not know how to implement it. So that's why you have to learn. You have to build project. That's how you do it. Next question. ML or network? Why you have to compare weird technologies? Of course, if you're comparing machine learning and network, of course, I will say machine learning. If you're thinking about machine learning, way to code says, "Sir, I started your Java playlist after completing it. Would I be able to make another application?" For that, you have to also watch Android playlist. Then you can do that. Okay, last 5 minutes, everyone. It's been already been 24 minutes. I know I'm not able to answer all, but I'm trying to give my best here. Okay, how a beginner should learn programming. So you can start with you can start with Python because Python is the easiest language to learn. And once you know Python, that means you know a bit of programming, and then it's good to, and then you're good to start. So start with Python. Okay. Have you made any game now? I've made small games when I was doing my graduation, but nothing big. I'm not into game development. Okay. Next question. So please make video on how to deal with competitive programming questions. We'll try. We'll try. Okay. Next question is Python Certified Association Program. Not sure. Not sure. Need to check. Okay. Chandru says NetBeans versus Eclipse. Which one to use? For company perspective, use Eclipse. And if you are new to programming, Java programming, I would say go for NetBeans. It's much easier to use. I can see a lot of people are watching this. Hit the like button, everyone. I can see we are hitting benchmarks nowadays. We are almost more than 400 people are watching the live session. Hit the like button, everyone. Um, Question just went up. Can we develop app in phones? Yes. In fact, I'm not sure about Android application, but JavaScript application you can do that. So last year I went to Pune for meetup, and then one of the subscriber he has made the entire game in JavaScript on mobile phone. I don't know how he did that, but yes, he can do it. It will be painful for sure. Okay. Series on AI, no. You can expect series on blockchain soon. Nilima says advanced Django course now. That's done. Java Django done there. I might upload few videos with examples, but not to teach advanced part of Django. Melvin says exam hackle. So it's time to prepare, Melvin. All the best for tomorrow. I was not a big fan of exams, so okay. Okay, we got a super chat from Achilles. Thank you so much. And the question is, what's the scope of testing in future? How to convert from testing to development, DevOps, or any other suitable job? So first of all, testing has a good future, but not just being a tester, but also being a developer and tester. That's the future. So don't just be a tester now. Learn development as well. Now, how do you shift from testing to development? It's very easy. Learn a language. Make sure that you know a language syntax plus some algorithms. Maybe learn data structures and build a project. So build a project, test it, prove that you know stuff. So talk to your team, give them the confidence that you know stuff, and then work on the real project. That's how you do it. So in most of the companies we have IGP, right, which is inter IGP, IBP, I guess. You can exchange your departments. Okay. We got another super chat from Dinesh. Thank you so much, Dinesh. Please speak in Hindi, sir. I can, but no one will understand. I mean, most of the subscribers they are from different countries. They are from different location in India where they don't speak Hindi. So let's stick to English. For Hindi, we have another channel, right? We have Navin Reddy's channel. You can go there and you can watch some of my videos on Hindi. So that's fun. Last one question, and then we are good. I know I'm not able to answer all. Melvin says, "You're my idol. You're my role model." That's great. Thank you so much, Melvin. That's my motivation. Okay, Srinath says, "Why you change your logo? It's not good." So basically, we wanted something straightforward, nothing much, and that's why we went for this one. And again, since let me know if it is not that good, we will surely improve. Kalyan meetup soon. We'll do that. We are planning for meetups as well. So in the month of September, we are planning for some meetups. Okay. So where do you stay? I stay in Kalyan. It's somewhere near to Mumbai. So that's it, everyone. That's the live session for today. I hope you enjoyed. So again, we'll do a live session every Sunday. Yeah. So or maybe Saturday if I get a chance. Sunday is working well for us. So hit that like button, everyone, if you enjoyed the live session. Again, we will go live soon, coming week, and you can expect some good amount of videos this month this week from Wednesday. So yeah, bye bye everyone. Bye bye. Yeah, that's right. Bye bye. Hey Dinesh, thank you so much for one more super chat. Okay. Yeah. So that's it, everyone. Bye bye.